Last time on To Dragon's Dream of Scorched Sheep, it was party time when we finally got some movers. Calbo and I brought the tavern to its knees with our exceptional conga line. Then it was on to a live gig by none other than the amazing Quattro Clef, the complete opposite of his brother Treble. He gave us the performance of a lifetime, followed by as much top-shelf wine and pipe we could want. After that, it was back to his house for a nightcap and a proposition.
Adventure waits on every roll, fighting for our mortal souls through mountains high and dungeons deep to Dragon's Dream of Scorched Sheep. To Dragon's Dream of Scorched
Welcome everyone to Dragon's Dream of Scorched Sheep. As usual, my name is Gadget, and I'll be your DM for the evening. And in person, we have Candy Machine as Capri Smitty.
Hello.
Biggie as Calbo Greymerkin.
Easy.
And a very hungover Stig as Stigveld.
Hello.
Hi, Stiggy.
Hi, Stig.
Me alone.
We have no...
It's method acting.
Yes, method acting. We have no Oodles this week because, unfortunately, poor Oodles, he came down with the thing that shall not be named. And we are very sorry that he's not here and not well enough to join us over Zoom. So get well soon, Noodles. But as Capri so ably recounted, despite the amount that she drank in the previous episode, the party are in Movis. They met up with Quattro Clef. He sang them a lovely song that Treble didn't find so lovely. And he imbibed them with alcohol, pipeweed, girls. Stigveld chundered for the country. And they ended up back in a safe house that Quattro has, and he told them that he wants them to go on a little bit of a heist and to find an item called the Heart of Horus. And we joined them the next morning. And as the sun rises and the streets outside start to bustle, in the living room of Quattro's safe house, there is a rather large Goliath passed out asleep on the sofa, and sitting upon his back is Quattro Clef. The morning is quiet, and Quattro is just rising and falling gently as Stigveld breathes and grumbles and groans, awaiting everyone to rise.
Well, I've just been sat here for the last 8 hours. Time to wake everyone up. Calbo! Calbo!
Yes.
Wake up.
Oh, my head feels like it's been smashed in by clay.
You'll be fine. You wake up the big one.
As you walk from the upstairs down to the living room, you see Quattro sat there on Stigveld's back. And morning.
Morning.
Hello, friend.
He looks around. He just taps Stigveld on the back of the head. Come on, big man. Time to get up.
Stigveld isn't here, and at the moment, leave a message. I'll get back to you.
Come on, you big oaf. And he hops off you. He kind of shakes you and rubs you. And the couch, which is designed for a halfling, is kind of creaking under your weight.
Well, that was eventful.
Let's do a conga, everyone.
Round 2.
Yes, who's for drinks?
Yeah, always.
So, Stig, I want you to roll me a d6, and we shall work out how unwell you are.
I'm very unwell. I'll tell you right now.
No, but how unwell Stigveld is.
Oh, I know, but he's me right now. Like, genuinely. Don't even need to act. 4.
4. Oh, wonderful. You have no memory of the events of last night, and you are so hungover, you gain the poisoned condition.
Fuck.
And a poisoned creature has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. So despite the fact that Capri and Calbo and yourself actually have had a full rest and a long rest, so all your HPs and all your things are restored. Yes, you are at disadvantage on all ability checks until you either long rest again or you are healed.
I'm going for a long rest.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Time to get up.
Just had one.
It wasn't long enough. What happened yesterday? I don't recall.
Well, as far as I remember, you listened to me sing a song, and then you proceeded to cover the entire of the Northman pub in vomit. Very well done. It was very impressive.
Artistic, some would say.
They'll be cleaning that up for days. It's hilarious.
Or you could have just listened to Capri's recap. He'd be right up to scratch.
Has anyone noticed something appears to be missing?
And with as you say that, Proserpine hops down from upstairs. Morning.
Hello, friends.
Where's the little one?
Oh yes, my brother. I've sent him out on a bit of an errand for me. You see, the Heart of Horus is an item that is desired by a lot of people, so there needs to be preparations made. So he'll be joining you later, but he won't be able to attend the heist. I've sent him out of Movis. He's doing a bit of work for me.
You sent him alone?
Oh yes, it's much easier to travel alone as a halfling.
Yes, get him out of our hair. Sounds perfect.
Exactly. So I'll return this evening, and we'll get this plan kicked off. And he puts his black wig and his black hat and his black glasses on. Now, time to go see my audience.
Wait, you go.
Yes?
Is there anything that we should go and get?
Another barbarian?
Hair of the dog, maybe.
No, you're welcome to explore the town as you need to. I don't believe you need any specialist tools for this. All I would recommend is that you are, shall we say, tooled up for the experience. I'm not entirely sure what you will find in there, but I do believe that it's probably not going to be walk in and walk out with it. So just, anything you would normally do to go and do your thing, make sure you have it to hand. I'm going to go and see my architect friend and pay him a lot of money to get me the plans for this place, so when you go in there, you'll at least have some idea of what you're looking at. Cheery bye. And he walks out the door. And as he kind of walks up the street, you go, ladies, in the distance, and hear women kind of cackling around him.
I like him.
You also notice, Capri, that he's left the drinks cabinet open.
Yes, my man.
I need a smoke.
You still have the box from the night before with the incredibly good pipe weed in it.
Yes, I do.
So the day is to do with as you wish. There are a mixture of merchants in the kind of lower town of Movis. Quattro also kind of impressed on you as he was leaving that stay in the lower town of Movis, don't go up to the palatial area that raised up above. That it would be easier for you to kind of move around discreetly down here, especially given how recognizable two of the party are.
Well, I've got these weapons I need to be appraised. What's everyone else want to do?
I don't care, let's go.
Let's see if we can find something to help his head.
It seems like we should probably do that first.
Do they do brains?
Oi.
Okay, so if you leave the house, what do you want to look for first? What kind of thing are you looking for first? I have a few kind of NPCs and stores that are listed down. You can come and go for them as you please.
Is there anything we can do? Do you think there's a potion or something to help? Big one.
I mean, there is a wizard who would be able to heal Stigveld, not Stig.
I suggest we do that because he's going to be rolling a disadvantage.
Yes. Okay, so a few streets over from Stigveld, a few streets over from Quattro's house. As you move through the streets, it's starting to get busier and busier. There are just people, a mixture of people who look poor and look like they've got a little bit of money, but none of the nobility that you were hanging around with the night before. You come through a small market area and you see a shop with wizardry written on a sign next to it.
That's handy.
Come on then, Biggin. Let's get you sorted.
The door opens to the place, and it is a very small shop. So small that kind of Stigveld's shoulders are kind of knocking things over as he's walking in. But it's tightly packed with potions and poisons and all kinds of items. And at the end of it, there is a kind of a table and a oldish man with a white beard and a flat hat, wearing a cloak. He's kind of pottering on with just a little pot of something that is bubbling. Hello.
Hello, friend. We need a bit of a bit of help for my big hungover friend here. He partied a little bit too hard last night, and I suspect a few people did, so I'm thinking maybe you have a potion or two that could help him.
Oh. Haven't seen someone this ill in a long time. And he gets up from his chair, and as he gets up, you realise he's not actually human, and kind of like spider's legs come out from underneath him, and he kind of crawls up the wall and starts to like kind of poke and prod at Stigveld. Like, oh yes, oh dear, look at you. Oh, you are very ill, aren't you?
Stigveld, I don't think your tricks will work in this shop. We need to be careful and use our money this time.
He kind of scuttles down the wall and comes up to you, Calbo, and he kind of starts, his hands kind of like spreading over your face. Ooh, you're an interesting one. I haven't seen a dragonborn in a very long time.
Yes, I've been getting lots of stares in this town.
Well, at least you haven't got a ladder. He gets down and he kind of then moves over to you, Capri. Goes, oh, you're fine, and walks away from you. And he comes back over to Stigveld and kind of again just like opens his eyes and kind of like sticks his finger on your tongue and just oh yes, I've seen this kind of thing before. You're drunk. Still, I've got just the thing. And he skitters out of the back of the shop, and you hear some crashing and some rumbling and a bit of swearing and the sound of a cat screeching and running off. And then he comes back out with a little vial of blue fluid, and it's glowing blue. He goes, this will cure all of your ails.
Go on then, give us a price.
Well, you look like poor people, so I'm going to give you a decent price for this one, 500 gold.
500? Just mimicked his voice. 500 gold? 500! How about...
200.
Calbo.
I have some gold. I don't know if that's enough.
We ain't paying that much. He's having us on. He's pulling our legs.
Maybe we can convince him to drop the price some more.
So I think it's probably wise.
My persuasion is +3.
He's currently attached to the ceiling, just like tapping the vial in between his hands, staring at Stigveld.
I've got +3 persuasion.
Do you want to try and persuade him?
I can try.
Then go ahead and try.
What's that, D20, yeah?
Yeah, it's a D20.
19!
19?
+3.
Okay, so what are you going to try and persuade him with?
Can we have it for free?
Look at the state of him. Honestly.
Yeah.
It would be a kindness.
You could save this man's life.
He kind of takes his little glasses off, and you can see his eyes are just pure black, and goes, fine, on one condition.
Okay.
You, dragon boy, are holding something that I'm very curious about.
What is that?
There's a vial in your pocket. I sensed it when I examined you. I want to see it.
Oh, yeah.
Thought about that, didn't you?
So I do have that red file, but it was for use in a potential fight in the future with that dwarf monk in Valhalla.
Valhalla,
sorry. Valhalla's a completely different place.
Yeah. And you never got it appraised.
Okay, I have a plan.
Go on.
You need to have your treasure appraised, right?
Yes.
Let's go and get that done. Let's get this potion checked out too. I need to know more about what it is. And then we can come back once we found out more to what we hold.
Yes, and what are we going to do with the big one in the meantime? Is he any use? Just going to be lumbering around, or should he stay here in case it gets worse?
Oh, I can take care of him. And he kind of descends from it, and all of his legs kind of clasp around Stigveld. We're going to have a very good time.
Yes, let's give Stigveld a rest for 10 minutes at least.
Yes, let's do that.
Okay, Jelly bye. He'll be here, as will I. So if you want items appraised, you're going to have to find yourself a blacksmith. Someone who knows weapons.
A wizard. Do you know where the blacksmith is?
Oh, I wouldn't have any knowledge about that. I only deal in potions.
I mean, you've lived here, haven't you?
Do I look like I leave this place?
Yeah, good point. Come on, let's go.
Let's ask around.
Okay, so you walk back out onto the street?
Why don't we ask in a local tavern
Yes, okay.
Okay, so you walk down another couple of streets and Capri, you get the scent in your nostrils of hops and ale, and you're like, that's the place.
Yes, it's this way. Come on, I know my nose.
Yes, I can get the smell here too.
As you walk into the place, this might be one of the roughest bars you've ever been in. It is at the point where there is such a tension in the air at 9 a.m. that both sides of the bar are staring at each other daggers. And as the two of you walk in, about 40 people look at you and then turn back and look at each other, just grumbling and growling. And you can see it's a mixture of dwarves on one side and humans on the other.
Well, I think we're standing out a bit here.
Looks like it's about to kick off.
Can I use disguise self to disguise myself as a human, please?
Yeah, go for it.
Thank you, I can use that at will.
Okay, so you kind of swish your cloak and you become a human. And one of the dwarves goes, hey, no, you're not bringing other people in here.
Oh, he's a trusted friend. And this is my cat.
No, they're pointing at you when they say that, as in another human has joined against them. You've literally picked a side.
Oh boy. Only joking! And then I cancel my disguise self and turn back into...
The dwarf that was kind of pointing at you, kind of Family Guy angry monkey style, kind of sits back down and starts staring at his human counterpart again.
Fun and games, eh, guys?
The tavern is kind of almost silent, like you can hear a penny drop. And the barman just kind of waves the two of you over. You want to be careful around here.
Oh?
There's a strike on.
Not a barman's strike, I hope.
That would be the worst.
No, it's a miner's strike. The dwarves aren't happy with the humans. The humans aren't happy with the dwarves. And so far no one's making any money, which means I'm not making any money, so I'm unhappy.
Well, it's your lucky day.
How is it my lucky day?
Well, we need to ask you for a few questions, but first I was wondering if maybe you had something a little bit spicy, a little bit tomatoey, maybe some vodka in it, and a bit of celery, perhaps.
Oh, yeah. Do you a bloody Vicky?
Ah, bloody Vicky, my favourite.
and he puts two of them on the bar in pitchers.
Excellent. This man is speaking our language.
And he charges you 2 gold for it.
Perfect.
Can I change mine? I'd
No.
love a baby jam.
This'll put hairs on your chest.
And he turns to you, kind of quiet boomer. You want a prawn cocktail with that as well? So he pushes the drinks towards you, and he says, "What do you need?" I'm very aware that I'm falling into Quattro's voice here, but just go with it. It's the barman speaking right now.
Do you happen to know where a blacksmith is?
And he said some things. What's it worth?
Another couple of Bloody Marys, perhaps. Bloody Vickies, sorry.
And he comes and ours. He goes, "What about a generous tip?"
What do you call generous?
Try me.
How about another 2 gold?
Roll a persuasion check.
14.
That'll do. He goes, "All right, you order another round, and give me an extra 2 gold, and I'll tell you what you need to know." So you end up giving him another 4 gold because you get another 2 pitchers of vodka and tomato juice get put in front of you at 9:10 in the morning, and he then pockets the extra 2 gold.
Oh, that's perked me right up. What about you?
Yeah, I think I'm back to where I was last night.
Thought you would hit the spots. Now about that
Calbo,
blacksmith.
roll me a Constitution saving throw because Capri is pretty immune to alcohol at this point.
20, yeah?
Yeah, D20.
16.
16. Oh, look at that. He's rolling well and he's not in combat. Okay, you're fine. You managed to drink down the 2 pitchers and it has no real negative effect on you. You just feel kind of happy buzzed.
Oh,
And the barman just turns to you and says, "So, blacksmith,
Please.
next door.
Oh,
Did you not hear the hammer? I smell the smoke.
I thought that was Stigveld's head hammering.
Thank you for your business." And as you kind of walk back out of the tavern and close the door, you just hear a glass shatter and then a royal rumble happen. As both imagine like a hate breed pit, At a gig, just the two sides just smash into each other, and an almighty bar brawl.
They seem friendly.
That was close. I suggest when we walk past some of these buildings, we look up.
You're taller, so maybe you should.
So, so the blacksmith's is next door. And as you kind of look around, it is a large building with an anvil out the front.
Oh, here it is.
As you walk in, you see there is a rather handsome human man just kind of hammering away at a piece of armor.
Oh.
And he turns around, oh, hello, welcome. What can I do for you?
Well met.
I imagine him to look like Robert Downey Jr. in Iron Man when he's making his suit, in war, banging away.
Sure, go for it. Whatever gets you through.
That blacksmith looks familiar.
Slightly drunk and amorous.
And he suddenly starts to look a little bit worried and kind of holds his hammer to his chest a little bit. Hello?
It's a stark resemblance to someone I know.
This is some excellent ironwork you have here.
Hey.
Hey.
And my tail kind of comes up and strokes his cheek.
And he's just... Can I help?
Afraid of cats, are you? It's fine. He does not bite.
Where's there a cat?
Never mind. I have these weapons. Would you mind raising them for me? Have you got a spare minute?
And I have a potion.
I don't know what to do about potions, but I can look at weapons.
Yes, me first, please.
Okay, it's a charge of a gold piece per weapon. Okay, so the weapons that you found were a longsword, an axe, and a spear.
I wonder how Stigveld's feeling right now.
Just look over to your right.
Okay, so he takes the 3 gold off you, and you kind of dump the weapons onto his anvil. And he starts by picking up the axe, and he looks up and down it, and you can see he's looking. Oh, interesting. He looks at the blade and kind of runs his kind of fingers over the edge of it, and it's a short axe. It's not like Stigveld's great axe. And he picks up the haft and kind of like tries to twist it a little bit. Ooh, interesting. And he puts it down and says, okay, so this is a dragon spine axe.
Yes, tell me more.
So the blade of this axe is made from spikes of a dragon. This is incredibly old. Probably taken from maybe its back or its head. And the handle and the haft is made from one of the bones of that dragon. So while wielding this magic battle axe, you have a +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with it.
It's a good-looking piece, but it also makes me feel uneasy.
He kind of looks at it again and says, I'm not sure what kind of dragon this came from. You would need a wizard or something to examine this. Depending on what kind of dragon it came from, it can do different kinds of damage to somebody. So, for instance, if it was from a gold dragon, it's fire. If it was from a green dragon, it would be poison, so on and so forth. I can't tell you that, but yes, this is definitely a dragon spine axe.
So we'll have to go find a wizard at some point as well. All right. How much is it worth, do you think?
Ooh, that is interesting. These are incredibly rare and potentially legendary. These may be priceless. If you want, if I can do a bit of research, call a few people over and ask them, and if you can come back to me tomorrow, I can probably give you a price for these.
I'm not leaving them here.
No. You take it with you, but I'll just find out.
Okay, that would be nice. That's very kind of you. Thank you.
Just if you give me a moment, and I'll just make an etching of it. And he pulls out some kind of parchment and like places it down with some charcoal and just kind of traces out the shape of it and makes a few notes. What next?
Check out the spear for me, please.
Okay. And he picks up this spear, and it's a two-handed spear with a very large blade on the end. Definitely a thrusting spear as opposed to like a halberd or something like that. He says, this is interesting. This is a Gungia spear. This is
What spear?
Gungia.
What is that?
A spear of Gungia.
Thank you.
So this is a spear which has when the spear is two-handed, the point of the spear becomes honed on the target. So basically, you generally can't miss with it. And it deals 1d12 damage. And when you throw the spear, the damage is significant, but it is reduced to 1d6 plus 1d4. And after a throw, the spear is stuck in the opponent, it does an additional 1d6 damage. So this is a spear where basically damage stacks on top of itself. He says, would you like me to find a price for this one too?
Yes, please.
And he gets another bit of parchment, traces around the outline of it, makes some notes on its decoration and what it looks like. And then he says, okay, pass me the sword. And he looks this over, and the sword is gold. But it looks slim. It doesn't have a traditional kind of garden pommel. It's almost like if you imagine how a basic samurai sword looks.
Right.
Which is basically the wrap and then the blade. But there is a long curve to it. And he goes, oh, this is lovely, this. And he kind of balances it perfectly on his middle finger. So, this is absolutely beautiful. This is an Ebon blade.
Let me guess, it's a blade of Ebon.
No, a blade from Ebon.
Oh. Where's that?
Idiot.
And this, he looks at this sword used to be wielded by undead slayers.
Sweet. Metal.
Yes. In fact, when an undead creature enters within 30 feet of you, the runes on the sword light up.
Ooh.
Has a bit of a sting to it.
Oh, excellent.
And when you hit an undead creature with this weapon, the undead takes an extra 3d6 slashing damage. So yes, definitely something for the undead hunters out there.
3d6.
3d6.
Hunting damage. That's a handsome blade.
Yes, and he kind of marks it down. He actually cuts himself while he's tracing out the outline. Ooh, wow.
Careful.
It's incredibly sharp. You could look at this and hurt yourself.
That's gotta hurt.
Well, just as well I'm not undead, isn't it?
And a price for that one, please.
Yes, okay. If you return to me tomorrow, I will have worked this out for you. And may I take your name, please?
It's Betty.
Okay, I am Rob Lynn,
Hello, Roblin.
of the Goblins.
Hello, Roblin of the Goblins.
And that was a name given to us by Patreon Matt Parcell.
That's excellent.
Roblin the Goblin.
Roblin Banks.
Do give me an Arcana check, Capri.
13.
13. You can tell he's using disguise self.
Oh, there's something up with him.
I think we need to be careful. We don't want to sell these weapons quite yet. They sound very useful.
Absolutely. I say we go find a wizard to get your vial appraised. And also my axe.
How about we go back to that wizard that we were at before?
I'm afraid he might rip us off, though. I wonder if there's an alternative.
And Roblin says, "You're looking for a wizard, are you?"
Potentially, yes.
Well, there are several in town. There is Oropan, which is the really kind of odd, spidery one.
Yes, we've met.
Oh, poor you. And there is Grizzle, a few streets over. Now, if you speak to him, he comes across as unfriendly, but that's his way. He's an orc, you see. He's friendlier than he seems.
And that's the only two in town, is there?
There are some on the other side of town, but it would take you a day to walk over there.
Which one do you recommend?
Well, Grizzle will make you feel like a piece of shit, even though he's being friendly to you. Oropan, I don't believe he's to be trusted.
We can trust this guy. Maybe we should go to the one that he does not suggest.
Roll an insight check.
Where did that bird go?
11.
11. Yeah, you're not sure which to trust. You do get a reasonably alright feeling with Rob, even though that you know he's using disguise self.
I mean, I use disguise self all the time, and I'm to be trusted.
I think we should see the other wizard, and then we can make up our minds.
Yes.
And he brings up another bit of parchment and just gives you some basic directions on how to find Grizzle. When you leave the blacksmith, it's like you take a left, a right, with 2 rights and a left, and you get there. And Grizzle's shop is less of a shop, more of a hole in the wall.
Right.
as in it looks like he's punched a hole in the wall. But there are kind of cauldrons and pots bubbling away and spell books around, and you see Grizzle, and he is massive with green skin, fangs kind of pointing out from his bottom lip, wearing a cloak that is too small for him, but he's giving like the impression that like he is of high-born well-to-do-ness. And as you approach, he's like kind of like trying to cast a spell on the pot, and like he's kind of flicking his fingers forward, nothing's happening, and you see, and he just punches into the side of the cauldron and just dints it in, and water splashes everywhere.
Ooh.
And then, as you get closer, the pot is thrown from the building, and you notice there is a large pile of broken pots across the street.
Proserpine?
Yes.
Don't turn into a pot.
I'm not letting him see me.
And he turns into a second hood and hides in your hood.
Excellent.
And Grizzle kind of turns and sees you. What do you want?
Calbo, you go first.
Well met, wizard. Can you help us?
Maybe.
We have a potion that I need appraised. Will you have a look?
Fine.
And he sits down, puts his hand out. The hand is about the size of your head.
Here you go.
And his hand kind of closes quickly, but not in a way that would crush it, but just it looks more intimidating. He kind of slams his fist on the table.
Would you like tea?
Yes, please.
I always want tea.
He kind of flicks his fingers
It's not
at
too much trouble.
flicks his fingers at...
No, it's fine.
He flicks his fingers at a kettle across the way from you.
Biscuits.
It just instantly starts to boil.
Biscuits? You want biscuits too? Sure, they're on the top fucking shelf.
I'll get them.
You do that.
You hear the kettle start to whistle as it blows out, and he looks at it and goes, and like immediately his eyes like widen. Oh. And he pops the cork on it and gives it a bit of a sniff and gets a little stick and just like kind of pops it in and tastes it.
Oh, where did you get this?
It was given to me in
Valhalla.
Valhalla. Don't know why my voice went so high.
That was the kettle.
While you're describing it, he kind of wiggles his fingers and the kettle lifts up and pours 3 kind of little mugs of tea.
I was told it would help me in combat, but I don't know what the potion is, what it does.
Or how much it's worth.
Thank you.
Excuse.
Whoever gave this to you was a fucking idiot because this is incredible.
Oh, tell me more.
If you drink this, you will become a mighty warrior for a short period of time.
Really need that.
The potion, if you drink it, will, for whatever fight you're in, give you advantage on all attack rolls.
Could be useful to you.
Now we have a quandary.
Which elf gave you? This is elven. They don't give this out willy-nilly.
I don't remember who gave it to me.
Do you listen when we play this game?
Sometimes.
Aeloth gave it to you.
Did she?
Yes.
Okay.
Because she felt sorry for you after getting your ass handed to you by the monk.
Yeah, I can't remember who gave it to me. Yes, an elf gave it to me after I had an unfortunate fight.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And he kind of pats you on your back and you take 1d6 of damage. Which means that you would take... Oh, you would take 1 damage.
1 damage.
It's like a big thud across the back of your chest. You feel you feel the bruise start on your muscle.
I just take a step back.
I prefer words of sympathy.
Capri, you can feel Proserpine kind of shivering slightly in your hood.
Shh. How much is it worth? Don't forget to ask him. You ask though, not me.
How much is this worth?
I'll buy it off you for 700 gold.
I mean, it's quite a lot.
I feel like we're being played.
Show him his axe, ask him.
Here's an axe!
I didn't mean threaten him with it. Ask him what kind of magic is infused with it.
Can you have a look at this magic axe?
Please.
Please.
Fine.
Nice tea.
You're welcome.
Biscuits and stuff.
Grabs the axe off you and looks it over. And he kind of blows on it a bit. And roll me a d6. I'll tell you what it is.
4?
A 4. It is a copper dragon, so it is acid damage.
Oh. Make a note.
And so if you want to use any of these weapons, you have to deliberately attune them as well. So you can only do that when you have a full rest.
Okay.
And he goes, will there be anything else?
No, I think that's it, right?
Yes, I think so. We need to make a decision.
Can we come back to you? What do we owe you for the appraise?
Fine, it's free.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you.
He is nicer than he looks.
But it took me 10 seconds. Like, why would I charge for that? I hope you enjoyed the tea.
Oh, it's lovely, thank you. Let's go.
We need to make some more biscuits.
You ate all my biscuits.
A little bit.
Did you like them?
A bit stale.
Well, thank you for the feedback. I'll make sure they're not stale next time. Come back soon.
I don't know what just happened there.
As you leave the shop, you hear another kind of rant and another cauldron hits the side of the street.
What an odd fellow he is.
You know, sometimes I find it very difficult to read people.
I think he has some anger issues.
Well, you know, not all orcs are like Gruzzle, but yeah, he's a strange fellow. So
we have a problem.
I suggest we go back to the original wizard and tell him we've had a better offer. But you need to decide whether you want to keep it or not first.
So let's recap. So he wants 500 gold for...
yeah, he wants either 500 gold for fixing Stigveld.
Yeah.
But remember, also Stigveld can just be fixed with a long rest.
Don't bother giving your stuff up.
We need to wait a day anyway to get my...
Yeah,
We're not gonna be
gold
doing
or-
this thing.
Well, the heist you're doing tonight.
Okay, damn.
So that's your decision. Do you spend the money to heal up Stigveld for the fight, or just kind of handle the fact that all of his attacks and ability checks are going to be at a disadvantage?
We might not have a fight.
You are?
What happens if we just sneak in and out? We don't have to fight.
You might sneak, but you also have to do ability checks, which will be at a disadvantage. So,
How much is a disadvantage in what sense? So if he's in combat, he has to roll the dice for the d20 to, hit? But then if he's at a disadvantage, how does that affect him?
you would have to roll a second time and take the lowest figure.
I'll just roll high figures, it's fine.
Someone's starting to feel better.
That's because I've thrown up.
How many times is that today? 4?
Oh, yeah. Can't keep anything down, so that cup of tea did not. Well,
What about armour? We could... should we...
I can't wear it,
Oh.
but you guys might.
I don't have much money, that's a problem.
How much did you have?
I've got 299.
I got 265.
It's like all of our money gone, like, to fix the hangover, and then we don't have any money for anything else.
So we're going into battle.
So I will give you something. There are more ability checks on your on your sheet than just like
Fighting.
insight and perception
Yeah.
or fighting. So have a look at your character sheets and see, is there something else you can do to maybe try and get Orapan, which is the name of the spidery wizard, to do what you want him to do?
I've got +5 on intimidation.
There you go. You've got to make a decision. What do you want to do? How do you want to approach Orapan? Bear in mind, he still has Stigveld at the minute. And when you last seen him, he was wrapped around Stigveld.
Well, it's probably not great to instigate a fight at this point. Do you have anything fancy you could whip out?
As the actor said to a bishop.
No. I only have bedroll dart, mess kit, quarterstaff, which doesn't seem to have any impact on anything, rations, and that red file.
What about your stats?
Yeah, what about your stats?
Persuasion check, +3. I can perform for him. +3. Intimidation's +3.
I would like to see Calbo perform for him.
Deception's +3. And acrobatics is +4.
Yeah, so decide how you want to handle this.
My deception's high as well, so I don't want him to be on our bad side though. So I sort of want to deceive him in a way that might not come back to us.
So how could we trick him into helping Stigveld, heal him, in a condition that we give him the vial? We need Stigveld healed. Maybe convince him to heal Stigveld so that we go off and do our job, and we come back and give him the potion. It helps us and it helps him.
Well, it's your potion, so if you don't think... I mean, we could cross that bridge when we come to it. When we come back, we don't necessarily have to give it to him.
No. Then have an angry wizard after.
Yeah.
He's on spider leg.
I don't like the spider legs.
Ask him if there's anything that we can do for him.
Yeah. Yeah, let's try that first, and then if not, we'll try and deceive him.
See if there's anything. I can't afford to give him all my money.
That potion sounds well handy.
If even between us, that's losing a lot of money between us, and then it doesn't give us much if we need to buy any potions or.
Yeah, how are we with healing stuff? I don't have anything apart from that potion.
Well, there must be some potions we can buy.
You each have a healing potion.
We have a healing potion which we got ripped off by the little sod.
Did you use your healing potion?
I don't have one. Not my.
You got
one from Sod.
Yeah, Sod brought one for you.
I don't recall.
You all paid 50 gold for one.
Yeah, it's not in there. I'll have to add it then.
Yeah. Do you have a healing potion?
So D&D potion.
And isn't that you have to roll the dice to see how much it heals you? Is that right?
Yeah, I think it's a D12 or a D8 or something like that.
I think I could probably do a thing if I could get my armor upgraded as well. If there's any light armor, would that be like a leather worker? I'd need to see. You would need if you're wearing leather armor, you would need a leather worker. I mean, it just says light armor, so I assume that.
Let's do a job. Let's ask him if he's got a job for us. See if we can do something to get the potion. But also, find out if he's got any potions that would help us be more stealthy. Going into a stealth mission.
Oh shit! Yeah, I completely forgot that. We're not supposed to kill anyone or anything, aren't we?
Well, only if it comes to it. But there must be some stuff there that's like increases our stealth stats slightly, or for a small period of time, or.
Okay, so I'm going to have to push this for a decision here. So
let's just go back and ask him if he wants some.
Calbo and Capri walk up to the small shop of Orapan. And as you walk in, you hear Orapan giggling and notice that Stigveld is now attached to the ceiling and by webbing, and Orapan is just giggling around. Oh, look at him, he's so perfect.
Stigveld, is he looking after you?
Oh, get me down, please. This thing is mad.
No, I'm not mad, I'm eccentric. Is what the town people say. They stopped coming around with torches, you know.
Would you mind letting our friend down, please?
Oh, but I'm having so much fun with him.
I don't think he's happy up there, and you don't want an upset barbarian.
No, he's not strong enough to get out of my webbing. It's fine. What can I do for you?
It's not fine. I'd like to persuade you to bring him down, please.
Roll a persuasion check, my dear.
10.
No. Do you have my potion, Dragon Boy?
No, not quite.
What? I can smell it on you.
The reason that we need this barbarian fixed is because we have a job, and we need all of us for it. And I don't think giving you this potion right now is going to help us. So I bargain with you.
Oh?
How about you fix our barbarian, and I will, once the job is done, I will bring you this potion as payment.
Roll a persuasion check.
14 plus 3.
17.
You go through puberty again.
Yeah.
That's because he's getting these bigger rolls. It's like surprising him.
So 17.
Yeah.
Fine, I shall fix the oaf. Would you like me to spay and neuter him at the same time?
Yes. No, I didn't mean it.
Oropan looks a bit sad, and like two of his legs holding knives kind of go back inside his cloak. Fine. And he kind of skitters up to the ceiling, kind of cuts the web, and Stigveld lands at the ground with a big thud. Doesn't take any damage. It's only 6 feet. It's fine. And then he kind of scuttles into the back again. You hear more kind of familiar crashing. This time a dog barking, and he comes back out with the glowing blue fluid. Goes, here, drink it up, make you big and strong. And when you drink it down, it tastes like fire. Like it's the most horrendous tasting thing that you've ever had in your life. But then the cloud kind of shifts from your brain, and you kind of like your eyes brighten again, and the color fades back from your skin because you've got ashen skin anyway. And you feel renewed and invigorated, and you are no longer poisoned.
Can I get one of them in real life, please?
Is it, mate?
I tried.
There you go. You're cured of your silly hangover. I wouldn't recommend you drink. Despite your size, you seem to have a weak tolerance to alcohol.
Don't drink, kids. It's not good for you.
No, I don't like drinking kids either. It takes ages to get them blended down.
Oh, I feel much better.
Oh yes, you look the picture of health. I can't wait for you to come back and play.
Yes, we'll come back. Anyway.
Roll deception.
18.
18.
Plus whatever it is.
Well, he believes you, but then he turns to Calbo. No. You have something I want. I've given you what you want. There is no incentive for you to come back to me. So, he grabs your hand, and you feel a burning sensation on your skin. And when he takes it, when he lets go of you, you see there is a spider-shaped mark on the back of your hand.
What have you done?
You have 48 hours to return to me, and if you don't return to me, that will get bad for you.
Oh, God. It's never simple, is it?
No.
Great.
Stigveld, how much do you like Calbo?
48 hours, my friend. Now. Foodle off. I have things to be doing. Oropan starts ushering you out of his shop.
Oh, wait.
What?
We need something that will help us sneak around. See, we've got a bit of a job to do, and we need to do it quietly. Do you have anything that could help?
Well, as soon as I can hear your heartbeat down the street, yes, you need some help with this one, big fellow. Yes, I do have a single elixir of sneaking. A very hard thing to make, and I've only ever been able to make one of them. I could sell it to you.
How much?
How much have you got?
I have 200 gold.
I tell you what, because I like your face, I'll give it to you for 225.
Fine, I'm not in the mood for bartering.
Excellent. And he reaches into his cloak and he hands you a vial of green fluid.
Wait, one more thing as well.
Yes.
This job that we have to do, it may take longer than 48 hours. In fact, I know for sure it definitely will. It's going to take about a week. You're going to need to extend that little spidery mark thing you've put on our friend, I'm afraid.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Roll intimidation.
10.
No.
Yes, you will.
Roll intimidation.
Oh, shit. Bastard. 13.
13. I tell you what, I'll give it to you with advantage, seeing as you're towering over him. Give it one more. See if you can get better than 13. I'll be kind in this case, seeing as you're not feeling well.
19 plus 5.
19. Oh, you have plus 5 on it?
No, 19 plus 5 on top. No, it was 13. It was 8 plus 5.
Oh, okay. Right, okay, yeah. 19 plus 5. So, you boom down at him with that. He goes, okay. And he, two legs this time. One whaps Calbo in the face, one whaps his hand.
Oh.
And you feel a second burn on the side of your head. And you now have 2 spider things. He says, it'll last 8 days. Fine.
You stop doing that.
It suits you.
It does.
Give me the vial and I'll take it off you.
It looks kind of cool. Like a cool tattoo.
Yes, he looks like such a cool guy, doing cool guy things.
It burned.
Now, get out of my shop, And he finally pushes the three of you out. The door slams shut and the curtain gets, dropped down.
Bye then.
You can hear kind of crashing, clattering, and giggling in the background.
Capri, the next shop we go into, you go first.
Right, so we're outside the front of Orapan's shop. It's kind of starting to get in towards the afternoon. Capri and Calbo have been wandering around for a couple of hours trying to get all this shit sorted. What would you like to do beyond here? You can try and find anything else that you might need to find, or head back to Quattro's house and wait for him to turn up.
I think we've still got a bit of time. We should probably use it. Can we ask sort of townspeople if they know much about the well, mind you, we've got a map, haven't we, coming?
Yeah, you've got a map coming. And also bear in mind you're in the lower town here. They're not going to really know much of the layout of the palaces above.
And then stealth things for you two, don't we? We need some.
Stigveld's just bought the elixir of sneaking.
Yeah.
We buy stealth clothing.
No, that doesn't exist.
We haven't asked.
An invisible cloak.
Okay, I'm telling you now, there will be nowhere in this lower town that you will find a cloak of invisibility. That's like a wizard's college kind of thing that you would have to find.
Worth a shot.
I mean, it's always worth a shot, but
We're always asking and trying to do things way above our level, aren't we?
Do we have a time machine here? Oh, there's a DeLorean over there.
I don't know, because I'm a bit worried about us when we've gone into other things unprepared. It's it ended up costing us 50 gold just to get a health potion, and But
what do we need? We can't use our weapons, can we? We're supposed to do it stealthily, unless we crack up.
You've got a stealth spell.
Yeah.
Can you do it on other people?
I don't think so. But I've got stuff like minor illusion and stuff where I can cast spells that will distract people.
I feel like we're all right. We?
Trying to read his face.
I mean, it's up to you. You can be as prepared or unprepared as you want. I mean, the thing is, your instruction is to not go in and kill anybody. But
yeah.
If you get into a fight, there's not an expectation that you're not going to defend yourself. Don't go. The instruction is don't go in and murder people.
What are we going in to get again?
The Heart of Horus.
So we're going to get that. We may find other stuff in there.
Can we take other stuff? Yeah, let's take.
We've got a healing potion. What else would you need on a heist?
We've got rope and stuff. If we need anything like that in our bags already.
Ninja outfit.
And you all generally have tools, I assume, in your packs of some description.
A what?
Tools.
Yes.
Yeah, it comes standard with all that.
Yeah.
Lockpick. Is that something in D&D?
Is anyone the master of lock picking?
No, there's several Jill sandwiches kicking around.
Capri, take this. You, the master of lockpicking.
Right. Okay. So, I'll push this for a decision. What are you going to do here? Are you going to go back to Quattro's house, or are you going to try and do any more shopping?
I don't need to do any shopping. So I've got no money now anyway. I need to do this job to get the money.
Can we walk around the high street and see what shops are available?
You have the blacksmith, a general store, and the wizard shops.
Should we just take a peek in the general store?
Sure.
No harm in looking. No harm in window shopping.
So you walk into the general store, and it's one of the largest stores that you've been in. It's actually larger than the blacksmith's. And there are just tables and shelves just filled with food, healing items, all these different things, just anything you could possibly want. And sitting on a stool at the end of the shore is a dwarf. He's got an enormous beard, bald head, wearing just a leather tunic. And goes, "Well met, everybody."
Well met.
Hello.
Hello. What can I do for you?
Do you have any blue Rizzlers?
No, only the licorice ones.
Jaffa cakes.
Over there in the corner.
Thank you.
I've only gone and locked myself out of my home. I was wondering if you might have something that would maybe pick a lock or, something similar.
So, a lockpick?
Yes. Or maybe 4 or 5.
Sure.
And he reaches behind the counter and he pulls out and he puts it on the table and puts his hand on top of him and goes, "You're not going to go and do something illegal now, are you?"
Oh, I just want to get into my own house.
Roll deception.
16.
And he, Okay, 10 gold, please.
Okie dokie.
He kind of pushes them on the table towards you, and you've got 10 lockpicks. He turns to you, Stigveld, and goes, "And what will you have?"
I'm good, thank you.
Don't look good.
No. Some stuff happened last night. I don't know what, but it wasn't good. But I'm fine now.
Well, as long as you're fine now.
Yes.
I'm sure there'll be a song about it.
And you, Scales, what do you want? Besides the Jaffa cakes.
I think that's it. I can't think of anything else.
Okay, 5 copper for the Jaffa cakes.
Here you go.
Thank you. And he hands over a box of perfect Jaffa cakes for you.
Oh.
Well, anything else? He just sits there kind of awkwardly, just not really knowing what to do with you. He's not used to people kind of loitering around his shop.
No, we're fine. Tatty bye.
Tatty bye.
He's a jolly fellow.
Right, should we go back to his house?
Proserpine, what say you? Do you have the final decision in this matter?
Why?
He hops out of your hood back onto your shoulder and turns back into the cat.
You're much more cunning than us, and you're a stealthy cat-like creature, so I assume you have some experience sneaking around. Are we missing anything?
No, you are as good as you're going to be.
Thank you for that vote of confidence. Yes, let's go back.
You takes you sort of maybe half an hour or so to walk back to Quattro's house. The sun's starting to set slightly. There's no lights on inside, so you kind of walk in and light a few candles and just kind of chill out. I assume, Capri, you go straight to the drinks cabinet.
Of course.
About an hour later, Quattro walks in. Well, everyone. How are we feeling? Stigveld!
I feel fine. I took some potion, and it should be right up.
Oh, marvellous. Did you go and see Orapan by any chance?
Yes, he's a bit of an odd one, isn't he?
Tell me about it.
Yes, he's a good fellow. Never play cards with him. He has too many sleeves.
Look what he's done to my face.
Cheat. I hope he didn't take you for all your gold.
He took me for some, but once we do this job, it won't matter.
Well, that is true. Right, okay. And he kind of claps his hands together. Okay, follow me, and we'll head to the guardhouse where I have secured you transport inside of the palace. Is there anything else you would like to know before we get going?
What about that map? Do you want to hand that over?
Yes. And he hands you the map, and what it shows you is it is one of the smaller buildings in the central palace. It shows that there is a warehouse kind of level, and then below that there is a mezzanine and a ballroom, like two levels. So you've got basically 3 levels that you have to work through.
Right.
And he looks and goes, I don't know where the heart will be held in these rooms. Sidro Goodson is a collector. He has a lot of things. So you're going to have to be very detailed when you walk around there. I don't know what the guard patterns are. So you need to be on alert. You need to be careful. And as I said, don't go just willy-nilly killing people. If someone spots you and you have to fight, fine. You can claim self-defense. But the last thing that we want is the regent, is the mayor, to have to be looking for a murderer. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Dragon Boy, do you understand?
Go through that again. Now I got it.
I'll kill you later. Okay, let us head out. And as he kind of walks out the door, Proserpine kind of whispers in your ear, Capri.
I'm going to follow him. Something isn't right.
Oh. And then I just tell the others.
And Proserpine kind of hops off, and as he hops up towards Quattro, he kind of just turns into a pouch and kind of like lands on his belt. And Actually, does he notice? Where's my D20? He gets a 14. He kind of feels something's not right, but he doesn't kind of pay too much attention, but he notices that something has jumped on him. Bloody bugs. And he leads you through, and he leads you back up to the bridge that you came into the city on, but as if you were going out of the city towards the guardhouse. And then he kind of like secretes you, come on, quick, through this door. And he leads you into the door, and inside there is a horse and cart. The horse, you may remember, he happens to have a large scar on his side. And the cart on the back has an enormous crate on it. A crate bigger than some of the houses you've walked past. And he kind of ushers you around. Quick, get in the back of this, and this will take you inside. And as you kind of climb into the crate, you notice that he's actually just laid out some cushions inside, and there is a bottle of wine in the middle.
Yes.
I don't know how long you're going to have to wait. Capri, darling, pace yourself with this.
Of course. So kind.
Just before Stigveld gets into the crate, he turns around and lifts up. What's his name? Quattro. That's it.
Whoa.
Listen to me now.
Yes. I don't really have a choice in it.
If this is some kind of game or you betray us in any way, shape, or form, you don't want to know what I'll do to you. But I'll leave it to your imagination.
I mean, I can guess. I mean, thankfully, it is one of my kinks, but you know, I appreciate that you would be meaning it with anger and not tenderness. So, yes, don't worry. This is all on the up and up.
And I can set fire to things,
including my hands.
Don't forget that bit.
And Quattro, as Stigveld kind of drops Quattro, he looks up at you and goes, "Oh, you did see Orapan, didn't you?" Looking at the side of your face.
Yes, we have a slight issue.
No, you have an issue, my friend.
Well, yes. We need to get this done, and I need to see that wizard within 8 days.
Oh, he normally only gives you 48 hours. Well done.
Oh, you knew this might happen.
And he kind of just opens the top of his tunic slightly, and you can see the scar of a spider there. Says, "Yes, I've tried to bargain with him before. It never goes well."
Oh, that looks quite good.
I like to say it's a tattoo that I gave myself badly, but yes, that came from Orapan. Right, okay, in you go into the crate.
Capri, I suggest you take the lead, as you know your way of sneaking around like the prison when you broke us out of.
Yes, I agree.
To be continued. Thank you for listening to this one. Sorry that it sounded a bit different. We were all sat in the same room, and this one has been an absolute pain to edit, but yes. So, as usual, thank you for listening. Do Dragon Streamer Scorched Sheep is myself, Gadget, as the DM. Capri Smitty is played by Candy Machine. Stigveld is played by Stig. Treble O'Clef is played by Oodles. And Calbo Greymerkin is played by Biggie. You can find us on Twitter at Scorched Sheep, and you can also follow at Modern Escapism as well if you want to check out our other podcast, and also check out all of our lovely social links. You can find us on Patreon, patreon.com/Modern Escapism. For £5, the Biggie Bundle gets you early access, ad-free listening. You also get maps, character sheets, artwork from Candy, any music, any other things that we happen to put out, all for the low price of £5 a month. You can also submit character ideas and item ideas, which you will have heard of in today's episode. The next episode releases for patrons on Wednesday the 1st of December, and then for everyone else on Friday the 3rd of December. That'll be part 2 of this story, so you'll get to hear what happens and what they find when they get to the heart of Horus. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you on the next one. Ta-ta!
Sitting here on my own, feeling sick.